Hello and welcome to day 102 of me trying to teach myself how to draw. As always, I started off with 10 1-minute just drawing warm-ups, then I got into my bereavement studies, slowly making my way through all 60 pages on the hands, and then I got into today's main drawing, which was Kaysum's Character Bootcamp Day 11, working on the anatomy of the arms. So far we've gone through heads, necks, torsos, front and back, and now we are moving on to arms for day 11. It's nice though because I still have to practice drawing torsos, so it's not like I'm just leaving it in the dust. I do kind of feel like I've left heads in the dust because we don't usually draw heads in when we practice, so I'm thinking I should really start doing that. Because I feel like I made some good progress, but I don't want to slip back. Anyways, back to today's main drawing. We went over all of the anatomy of the arms, so you can kind of see that I drew the bone in blue there and then kind of erased over it. And then I did the arms in red where the main torso was in orange, so there was a differentiation between the two, as well as all of my notes. And he used this reference because you could see the muscles through the skin really well. And he went through every single muscle. So it's more like an anatomy textbook. And I've done studies of muscles and muscle drawovers before, but I've never gone in and looked at how the muscles overlapped and which ones overlapped and stuff like that. So this was new information for me in regards to some things here and there. So that was really nice. One thing I have noticed is that I tend to be very analytical, and sometimes I feel like once I know the information, I kind of own it. I don't need to practice it because I know it, therefore I should just be able to implement it without faults going forward, which is not how this works at all. So I really like doing this bootcamp because it forces me to continuously practice things that I already know a lot of the basics and forms and stuff like that. But I still struggle to draw them because I haven't practiced them as much. And arms are something that I feel like I really struggle with because of how they move in space and how they are constantly affected by perspective and stuff like that. I feel like I'm either always making them too long or too short, even when I measure things against the torso, so I'm probably just overthinking and psyching myself out when it comes to this stuff and focusing in too much without looking at the big picture. So with all that said, I do feel like all the arms I drew today are too long and or too big for the torsos that I drew. I don't know, you guys will have to tell me in the comments if I'm right or if I don't know how to gauge whether or not arms look right. But yeah, that's what I got done today. Overall, I am happy with how they turned out. I feel like the anatomy is working really well, and the arm itself is in proportion with itself. It might not be in proportion with the body, but it is in proportion, the upper and lower parts are in proportion. So that's good. But yeah, that's what I got done today, and I will see you all next time.